I'll cut this part out if you don't want me to.
Uh,
You are listening to Chicagoland's finest podcast. The all-new Culture Cast begins now. I'm Nick,
I'm the Gorehound.
and this is the all-new Culture Cast, back again with another awesome episode for you people.
A Star Wars story this time.
Yes, we were going to talk about Solo, a Star Wars story, now on Netflix.
Yes. Yeah, catch the latest new release.
Yeah. That was a nice surprise. I didn't think they were still going to be putting those movies on Netflix. Because
Trying to get some money out of it.
Well, I mean, I thought with the new Disney streaming app that that they only were going to go up to so much, but I guess there's Disney's still giving Netflix a little bit more before they start their own thing.
Yeah, I am actually looking forward to that. Just because Netflix isn't really providing as much value as it used to in the past. So I think I may be one of the premier subscribers to the Disney, whatever the Disney is.
You need to catch up and binge That's So Raven.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I'm jumping for.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the new Disney thing too. I'm curious how much it's going to cost. I don't know if they've released that yet, but with a kid and
Oh yeah, that the child must love, all that.
well, I don't know. Well, the kid's just a little over a year old, so
Hey, get them started early,
we've had the TV on, and she has no interest in looking at it. So
That is good.
yeah. I mean, she knows it's there, but she'll look at it every now and again. But she's like, I'm going to go play with this trash can now.
Yes,
And-
much better.
And so, but I know it'll get to a point where she'll be like, I need to watch my cartoons, but
Yeah,
we'll see what if she's not interested in the screen time. I'm not going to force it upon her.
yeah. Good parenting.
So, I don't know, are we talking about yours yet? By the way, or is that super secret?
It's free reign. But I don't know how the girl feels about that kind of stuff.
She posted something on Facebook.
Yeah, so if it's on Facebook, yeah, free reign.
Well, I'm not going to be like tell me your intimate details.
Yeah.
It's just if we reference the fact that there's a little ghoulie on the way.
Yeah, the Gorehound is having a little goblin due in middle of the year, so anticipate a extended hiatus at that point. For the record, yeah, the Gorehound is having a little goblin, middle of the year, and yeah, celebrate everybody.
Woo! And I don't know if I've mentioned this, just to piggyback on your thunder. I'm having a second child as well. I'm not going to call mine a goblin because that's your thing, but
A little super child.
a little super child, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I actually, I was, proceed forward. We'll discuss it later.
no, sometime in May. So it's going to be a very busy summer for both of us, I believe, Gorehound.
Oh yeah, most certainly.
Oh, there's our dog.
There we go. All right. Are we ready to get into what we've been watching?
Yes, although I'm not going to do what we've been watching, but you do your thing, because I got something I got to talk about.
What have you been watching?
Fuck, what have I been watching? Have I watched? Oh, okay. I got one thing. I watched Hereditary.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that last week. How was it?
So with Hereditary, the first 20 or 30 minutes are super intense. Spoiler: the girl gets her head basically knocked off by the brother. Yeah, it's scary, and then it gets very weird. And to me, it was a bit convoluted because you get into some witch theory and possession and witches, and I think I understood it all, but I didn't really care about it. And I was like, okay, part of it, it wasn't the scariest movie of the year. I'll say that. And I'm disappointed with the hype around it. Yeah, and I guess that's as much as I can say. It was weird.
So, was it scarier than Veronica, which was also said to be the scariest movie of the year?
Yeah. Yeah, because Veronica was, to me, a teen horror movie. This was a good movie, don't get me wrong with that. It's just it wasn't. I just fell off on too many points, and there were too many things that I was like, that's weird as shit. It wasn't a typical horror movie. I'll say that. I would not recommend it. Really, only because like that scene was really intense, and there's a lot of intensity in this movie that it doesn't necessarily pay off in the end. Like you can like in a Korean revenge film, you can have a lot of intensity and still have a fantastic movie that has a reason. This was like intense for like the sake of witches. I don't know. But yeah, moving on. I haven't watched anything. We're in the middle of home remodeling, so I've been listening to a shit ton of podcasts.
Really, you listen to podcasts?
Oh my god, dude! I found one that is hitting the spot.
Is it the Masters Cast?
Yeah, but I guess before you move on, I'm gonna throw the. I just want to get the name right. Yeah. I'm going to throw the Man Crush over to the hosts of the Wizard and the Bruiser podcast.
Man Crush.
This is a Holden McNeely and Jake Young are these guys who just talks about a lot of nerd culture. But one of the podcasts that I've been trying to find for a real long time has been a kind of synopsis of superheroes, because I don't really like you. don't read Ghost Rider or Doctor Strange much, so I don't really have anybody to bounce these ideas off of. And this is a podcast where they like break it down, and so they like broke down Ghost Rider. And I'm like, yeah, I do agree with all of that. And because I've been looking for one like this, and I can't find something, because either it's like it's just simply not very good, or it's specific to like Superman or something. And I found it, Wizard and the Bruiser. It's from the same network that does Last Podcast on the Left. So yeah, this is one of my favorite podcasts that I just found, and I'm going to be catching up on it.
We should rename our show Last Podcast on the Right, and people will be confused and think we're the other one.
We would get some major hits. Yeah. So Man Crush over to the host of Wizard and the Bruiser. Last Podcast Network? Maybe that's it? That flows.
We'll just call it that. It's all good.
So what's going on with you?
The thing that I want to talk about in place of what we've been watching is, so this week they announced that they're going to come out with a brand new Ghostbusters film for next summer.
Yeah.
That's supposedly, details are scarce at the moment, that supposedly is going to feature the original cast in their role. So effectively this would be like a Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah.
Now, you know me, Gorehound. I am the world's biggest Ghostbuster fan.
And how do you feel about this?
I think it's a terrible idea.
Yeah?
I think this sounds awful. I mean, I want to be proven wrong. I really do. But do we really want to see, like, old men hobble around playing make-believe with ghosts? No.
Yeah.
It's going to be awful. I mean, I would prefer a sequel to the reboot that was a couple of years ago, which the all-female one, which I know is not going to happen, but I still think that there was a lot of potential there with that cast. It was just mishandled, and those other factors as well. But it bombed at the box office, so I know it's not going to happen. But it's been 30 years. This year will mark 30 years since Ghostbusters 2 came out, which is a sobering fact because I remember seeing that movie in the theaters. And it's like, this is not a good idea. They didn't want to make Ghostbusters 2. I don't see them. This is going to be terrible.
So do you know like why they decided to make it now?
Because they want money. Sony wants money, and their only viable franchise that they have is Ghostbusters. Honestly, I think a lot of it has to do it's the Force Awakens effect,
Yeah,
where you have like a new installment of an established franchise. You trot out all the old stars, like, hey, remember him from this?
yeah,
And they maybe they'll introduce some new characters to carry on, so they could do a sequel and go on from there. Because I
yeah,
feel like that's the biggest thing now is you have sequels to like 20, 30-year-old movies that like and The Force Awakens was the biggest hit. Like you've had like the Jurassic Park World movies, you had to an extent, I mean it failed, but Independence Day sequel, obviously Star Wars, now Ghostbusters. I'm sure there's others I'm misremembering at the time. Oh, you have in a certain way, the Terminator is coming back out with a sequel that's going to ignore all the other ones except Terminator 2 or something. Because the
yeah.
Hamilton's coming back after like 30 years or something, 40 years almost. So it's kind of like, this is no. Oh yeah,
So is this is the root cause of this that there is no originality anymore?
there's never originality. People say why
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
they
yeah. I
make
forgot about that. Yeah,
original? Why don't they make original movies nowadays? Well, because no one goes and sees them. When
yeah,
you have an original movie, it's tough to get made because no one sees them. But then again, these people that say like, "There's no original movies," then they'll like bust a nut over, "Oh my God, did you see the new Avengers trailer? It looks
yeah,
so good." It's like, idiot. So
yeah.
I don't know. I want to be proven wrong. I'd love to see another Ghostbuster movie that's good, but I don't think this is the way to go about doing it.
Yeah. What did you think of the video that they released? I haven't watched it yet.
It was fine. I mean, the thing that annoys me so much is like you have all these nerds online saying like, that 1 minute trailer felt more like Ghostbusters than the entire 2016 movie did. I'm thinking, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Because the entire trailer was, you just saw like a tarp over a car in a barn, and then the tarp like blows off, and you see like the Ecto One. And
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, I don't remember anything in the original Ghostbusters movies that had tarps or barns or wind.
yeah,
I mean, okay, they played like some music from the original, like from the original soundtrack, and I'm thinking if that's what makes it feel like the original movie, well, I got bad news for you. You must have hated Ghostbusters too because they didn't use any of that in that movie.
yeah.
But I digress. I hate the internet fans. They're the worst. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if even if it gets done.
And when is it slated for?
Supposedly summer 2020, but we'll see. I mean, I guess there was an article, a news report just recently
Okay.
that like Ernie Hudson, one of who played Winston in the original Ghostbusters, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I guess we're going to try to get on board. We'll see if it happens. I'm just waiting for my phone call. I'm thinking
Yeah.
like, they don't have everyone on board yet. They just preemptively made an announcement, didn't they? This could blow
Yeah.
up in their face. I mean, I don't know. One of the Ghostbusters is dead. Like, Max, shush. Harold Ramis is dead. I mean, it's like we're already missing out on people. It's like when they start making a movie series that goes on way too long, and they can't get all the cast back, so they just film whoever bothers to show up.
Yeah.
And like Halloween Resurrection, they got Jamie Lee Curtis for like one day, and then Busta Rhymes took over the.
Fucking A, Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes goes, whoa! Used to love Busta Rhymes back in the day.
You don't anymore.
I guess I've moved on to Wu-Tang Clan, which I think is a little bit classier than Busta Rhymes.
They need to bring back Busta Rhymes in the next Halloween.
I would be on board with that.
Anyway, I need to just get that off my chest because I don't know. I want to be proven wrong. I will be happily proven wrong. But
Well,
next
hold your breath because we got a little while to wait.
summer 2020, when this movie supposedly comes out, we'll come back here on this podcast for our 282nd episode, and we'll find out.
Very good.
Wouldn't it be something if it actually is our 282nd episode when we talk about it? That would be
We
wild.
can I mean, who says the naming needs to be in a conventional order?
So let's talk about Solo, a Star Wars story.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so I think everybody knows the story, but Han Solo is a character from the original trilogy,
He is?
and played by Harrison Ford in the originals. He's kind of this, he's like a badass, but
He's a rogue. He's a charming rogue with a heart
yeah,
of gold.
yeah, he flies the Millennium Falcon. He's got his best friend Chewie, and he recently died in the newer ones, and so his character is
Spoilers.
yeah.
Spoilers.
His character is died off in the current universe, and then they were like, "Let's make a prequel that nobody asked for," and here we have it. It didn't do very good,
Yeah, it bombed.
and I think like because a lot of people will see Star Wars opening day, and I just don't think not a whole lot of people saw this opening day.
Yeah, I'm curious on that. I don't have it in front of me. I wonder what else was playing that would have drew attention away from this movie.
Yeah. So this was your first time seeing it on Netflix, right?
Yes, I missed it in the theaters.
Did you miss it or avoid it?
Missed it because we had a 4 or 5 month old baby at the time, and believe it or not, it's tough to.
You wanted to see it in theaters if you had the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean it's a Star Wars movie. Why not?
I mean, it's a Star Wars movie about Han Solo.
Yeah, I'd still see it.
I had no interest in it. I was thinking that I would even watch it on Redbox, and then when it came on Redbox, I was like, there's better movies. But I mean, I don't like the character of Han Solo.
Really? How long have you been a member of Al Qaeda?
He was never really a character that I thought he was cool. Like, I don't know, but frankly, this movie kind of brings me closer to Han Solo because I liked this actor as Han Solo. Harrison Ford, I've seen too many movies, and I think he's too much of a. He played all these roles, and I think of all these roles, but this guy is, the first time I'm seeing him, and so I'm like, he looks like a young Han Solo to me. I like it. I did think that he was a little bit too pretty for the role. I mean, Harrison Ford isn't that attractive of a guy, and this guy was like a fox.
I think a lot of women will disagree with you on that one.
You think?
Well, I'm not saying that this guy wouldn't be a fox, but I think a lot of people find Harrison Ford attractive, believe it or not.
I don't know about that.
Ask the Gorehound Queen. Ask the Graveyard Queen if she finds Harrison Ford attractive.
She has like a 3-year standard deviation of attractiveness. Like if you're more than 3 years older than her, she's like,
No, I mean like
ugly.
Attractive.
She doesn't care.
In that, really.
Yeah.
So she can't see an actor from like the '60s and be like, nope, he's unattractive.
I think she said like Carrie Wood was attractive.
The
but
baseball player?
I don't know. One of those Christmas movies that she likes. The black and white Christmas movies and a lot of
Carrie. You talking about Cary Grant?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Don't you like movies?
I have no idea who that guy is.
Gotta get on top of things here.
I mean, I'm on top of whatever I want to be on top of, and that's Italian horror.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, okay.
What did you think of? Let's throw her name out. What's this guy's name?
I have no idea how to pronounce it. It is Alden Ehrenreich. Alden Ehrenreich. I don't know.
Ehrenreich?
Ehrenreich. Sure, we'll go with that. Yeah. I can't pronounce people's
names.
Okay,
Wikipedia has a good description of Han Solo, not Han Solo. He is a smuggler, scoundrel hero. Han Solo, captain of Millennium Falcon, was one of the greatest leaders of the Rebel Alliance. He and his co-pilot Chewbacca came to believe in the cause of galactic freedom, joining Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia Organa in a fight against the Empire. Star Wars Databank.
Good job.
Yep.
So, okay, let's talk about the actual movie. This is his origin story about how he got pretty much everything that we know about him in the original movies. What did you think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it?
I think it's easiest to describe my pleasure in this movie as compared to the other ones.
Okay.
It was below Rogue One, and Rogue One was a 3 out of 5 movie, but I still consider Rogue One to be a Star Wars movie. I think it was pushing, a Star Wars movie. There were a lot of things I was like, that's just typical of any movie. That's not, fantastic. Star Wars is a caliber. Star Wars is a very high quality label, and this didn't get it.
I love this movie.
Yeah, did you?
Of all the Disney-produced Star Wars movies, this might be my favorite of them.
Even more than Rogue One.
I thought Rogue One was garbage. It's my least favorite Star Wars. Well,
okay.
Depending
So Jar
on how
Jar
you view,
Binks or Rogue One. Where are you on that?
See, here's the thing: Phantom Menace gets a slight edge for nostalgic purposes, but Rogue One's probably the better film than Phantom Menace. But of let's just talk about the Disney era films. So we'll keep it. I did not like Rogue One. I walked out of that one. And listen to our Rogue One episode, folks, where I go in more detail why Rogue One is awful. I did not like that movie at all. I thought it was trash. It was forgettable.
We'll take the mic. Can I say Han Solo? Does that bother you?
No, I don't care.
Han Solo.
That's
what do you
how
think of Han Solo.
That's how Lando pronounces the name.
Yeah. So why did you like this?
It was fun. It was something different we haven't really seen much of in Star Wars. I mean, this talks about like the outlaws of the Star Wars universe, which is they're always on the peripheral of the other Star Wars movies. Like the other Star Wars movies, like Rebels, Empire, fight. This is like the stuff that's away from all that. Like what else is going on in this universe? A lot of the crime and the underworld of Star Wars. And I don't know.
So when you say outlaws, you're pretty much just referring to Han and Lando.
Well, they're all criminals. Like the
but
Emilia Clarke's character was working for some criminal organization. Like they're all like all the criminal empires that happen in Star Wars.
Because we also see not the birth but an early picture of the rebellion in this.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that one. That like I read afterwards like, oh, that was supposed to be the rebellion. I'm like, is it? I thought it was just like some randos that were trying to free their people from something else or something, but because they didn't really talk much about the Empire doing bad stuff to them, but I guess it was somehow connected to the rebellion.
I mean, that's how I interpret it without internet input. That was an early machination of the Rebel Alliance.
Right. Well, I mean, okay, so they had a little rebel influence there, but I don't know. That was minor. It was just sort of incidental. But
yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I was taking a drink there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought this movie was a lot of fun.
The movie was good. I just don't think it held up to the quality of a Star Wars movie.
So you're saying this movie was worse than Jar Jar Binks? Would you do this or Jar Jar Binks?
I don't know.
You threw that one at me. I'm throwing it back at you.
This one or Jar Jar Binks?
Remember, he steps in poop.
I'll give you. I'll put Han Solo above Jar Jar Binks only because of teenager Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, teenager Anakin Skywalker puts the Phantom Menace in those movies below this because, gosh, early Darth Vader was an abomination.
Obi-Wan's keeping me back. It's all his fault.
Such a little crybaby, a little bitch about it.
Well, to be fair, that's a reoccurring trait in the Skywalker family. Like, Luke whined a lot, especially in that first Star Wars movie.
Luke did it good.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Kylo Ren, who's Darth Vader's grandkid, he whines like a moody teenager, but he did it right. Like, that's how Anakin probably should have been depicted.
Yeah. You remember when we saw him with his high-waisted pants and no shirt? For no reason whatsoever. Just like...
Well, I did hear that they actually did... we never did an episode on The Last Jedi. We should do that in the future.
Sure.
The reason they did that, like, to show his chest, was to, like, so the audience knew that Rey could actually see him. like they weren't talking telepathically, and they needed something like what's something she could react to, like oh he doesn't have his shirt on, and then we'll see Adam Driver's like buff chest at the same time.
He could have been like eating a sandwich, and she could have been like, "What are you eating? Ham or chicken?"
How like that would be hilariously bad. I mean that'd be hilarious. Like Kylo Ren just like eating like a ham sandwich, and like
Yeah.
Rey's like, so what's up? Put mayo on that?
No, it would have to be like blue bread or something, just
Yeah.
to like put it in the universe.
Oh, that'd be great. And then they have like a 20-minute discussion on food safety and sanitation. I didn't wash my hands. You should wash your hands. I'm evil. I don't wash my hands.
So yeah, this movie is better than the Phantom Menace trilogy, but like I said, it doesn't hold up to Rogue One or the new ones, in my opinion. It's a fun movie. I will give you that. I think seeing all these characters, early, and seeing Donald Glover like that is like, that's great.
Yeah, he was great at being Lando. I mean, he was doing a pitch perfect impression.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have affinity for Lando in the originals, but this one kind of sparked my interest in him.
And
Because,
how,
like I said,
how he
I
likes to sleep with robots now.
that was weird. I kept on thinking, like, yeah, huh. Like, there's not much to him, but that is one of those things that we are assigning to him. But yeah, because I didn't really care for Lando in the originals, and part of that was, he was associated with Han Solo, Harrison Ford. And I didn't really care because he was a part of that universe. So I was like, skip. But for the record, I'm not like the biggest. Like I appreciate Star Wars. I'm just not, a fanboy.
You're the biggest Star Wars fan ever.
Yeah,
You have a Darth Maul tattoo on
that'd
your
be pretty
back.
badass. I don't know what I would get a tattoo of if I got something of Star Wars origin.
Chewbacca, get his face on your... Have his face tattooed on your face. And
I
you'd be like,
have been,
I'm wearing the Chewbacca mask 24/7.
I've been the next tattoo that I'm considering in a few years is a symmetrical face of Bigfoot, his face, and it kind of resembles a Wookiee, so that's fun.
That's great. Good job.
We did see a few Wookiees in this one,
Yes.
which was really intense because you really got to see the ferocity of the Wookiee race. Is Wookiee a race?
Yeah, the Wookiee, that's the name of their people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw it a little bit in one of the prequels when all the Wookiees were fighting the robots in one of those movies, but yeah, you get to see a little bit more now.
Yeah, it was very short, but I really enjoyed seeing them. That was really cool.
I like the part where Han Solo ripped the arms. Chewbacca ripped the arms off of the guard, and Han Solo's like, "I could have worn that jacket. It fit me."
Became a vest.
All right. That's how they could have. I'm surprised they didn't do that one,
Yeah.
because tied everything else together.
So what did you think of the actor as Han Solo?
He was fine. I was preparing for the worst because there was a lot of behind-the-scenes trouble with this movie. They fired the original directors. They reshot like 70% of the film. It was a mess. And one of the things that was coming out was that they had to hire an acting coach for the guy who was playing Han Solo. So I'm thinking, that's never a good sign. But I thought he was fine. I didn't see him as Han Solo the way Harrison Ford played him, but I kind of think he just made the role his own and wasn't going for an impersonation.
Yeah, because he was a much more energetic Han Solo. Because he is much more young, he's being much more emotional at this point. And, this is when he's in his prime.
Yeah, maybe not as jaded by the time he's with the original series or the original people.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think... Because I did hear that, they had the acting coach. It might have been from you. But, I mean, his quirkiness, I felt like he fit right into it. Not really knowing what was improved or whatnot. But, yeah, he was a better Han Solo, in my opinion, than Harrison Ford.
Wow, you're going to get a lot of hate mail now.
Please. That's my third New Year's resolution, is to embrace hatred. Bring it.
Bring it on, yo.
Give me some fuel.
So,
No.
What
Okay.
about yeah?
Oh, I was just saying, moving on.
Moving on. A lot of people think that because so many people disliked, allegedly, The Last Jedi, that had a negative effect on this film. What are your thoughts on that? That's why people didn't go and see it as much.
Oh, I don't think The Last Jedi, because The Last Jedi was the most recent, canon film. Or no, these are all canon films, but
The saga story.
yeah. I don't think that had any role in this because it was just like a Rogue One where it's just, it's completely separate from the story while still, being canon.
True, but still a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, but it's not really it's a Star Wars movie like Rogue One is a Star Wars movie.
No, I don't know if the average person views it the same way you do, though.
You think?
Well, I mean, I think some people think Star Wars is Star Wars, and I think some people were upset that they didn't like Rogue One, and they're like, well, I hate how Disney's making Star Wars. I'm not going to see any more Star Wars films by them, and they're just not discriminating. However, I say that, but I don't think that had as much of an effect as people say it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that people really just didn't want to see this because it didn't interest them.
I think it might have been partially that. I think there's a collection of things.
Yeah, I mean, because we like Kylo Ren and Rey right now, and that's
well, it depends on who you ask on the internet. There's a lot of people who hate Rey.
yeah.
Well, I think they're just nerdy, sexist fanboys, but that's just me.
No, I mean, I think that Rey and Kylo Ren are the hotshots of the Star Wars universe, and young Harrison Ford this is his first breakout into the universe, so we're not going to be like that excited about it.
I think it had a collection of things. Like one, I think there are people like, well, why do we care about young Han Solo, especially if it's not Harrison Ford? If it was like a Han Solo adventure with Harrison Ford, I bet people would have gone and seen it more.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Two, maybe there's some people upset at Disney because they don't like how they're doing Star Wars and now quote unquote boycotting it, whatever. But I think that was just a small faction. I also think it came out too soon after the last Star Wars movie. Like since Disney had the Star Wars, they just made one movie per year, released it in December, and you were good. Well, this one was released in May, 6 months after The Last Jedi came out. I just think that was too soon. And I don't think people look at Star Wars the same way they look at Marvel yet, where, yeah, this is a Marvel movie, but this is a completely different character. Like Black Panther versus Spider-Man. They do completely two different things. And I don't think Star Wars is quite there yet with how Disney wants to do it with that.
I could see that. I would predict that if they made this a sequel in conjunction with like a young, gosh, I don't know, R2-D2 or something.
A young R2-D2 movie.
Another iconic character crossover with this, I think it would do better because just having one character, Harrison Ford, being the focus of this entire thing, where, when we saw the poster for this with, who's on the poster? We got,
Harrison Ford and Chewie and Lando and
so we
Clark.
We have Lando and Chewbacca are really, and Harris and Han Solo are the only people that we really recognize from the the big series, and Amelia Clark, Woody Harrelson, and the other girl. We don't know who they are, and therefore we don't really care about them.
You could make the same thing about the new Star Wars movies. When Force Awakens came out, you recognized Harrison Ford, and
but that was different because that was an epic. Like, we were waiting for that for so long, and they were bringing back so many characters, original characters, that it couldn't have failed.
They had Darth Maul pop up at the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, especially since Kira, the Amelia Clark's character, kind of ran off without Han, makes me wonder if they're looking at doing like a sequel to this.
I could still see them doing it.
I don't know.
I don't know about the budget, like the finances and all that, but they set this up perfectly for a sequel.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could, but
frankly, like half of the script was just like making references to like the current universe. And so in like a sequel, what are they going to talk about? You know,
What do you mean making references to the current universe?
like the parsecs, the
Well, yeah, they had to. I mean, they're doing there's not a lot if you think about it. There's not a lot we know about Han Solo
right, and
before he
that's
becomes.
why we wanted to hear like a new story, something that they didn't talk about. I don't know why we had to keep on referencing things that he's talked about as an adult.
Because that's what people want to see. Although, hey, we learned something very valuable that Han Solo got his last name when he was signing up to join the Empire.
Yeah.
He didn't have a last name. And then the guy just gave him, "Oh, you're alone? Oh, your last name will be Solo." Because that was a very important thing they added to Han Solo's backstory.
Does it actually add anything?
No, I'm being completely sarcastic.
Okay.
I'm being completely sarcastic.
Yeah,
it
that
was
seems
dumb.
very stupid. I was like,
it was
okay,
so
that's
dumb.
a throwaway line. Thanks for adding this critical piece to the canon that it's not cool whatsoever.
This movie bombed so bad for Disney and Lucasfilm that they canceled all the other planned spin-offs that they were going to do. There was rumor that there was going to be an Obi-Wan spin-off. There was rumor there was going to be a Boba Fett spin-off.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But right now, all that is off the table. So I'm curious if, say this movie was successful, if they would have done a sequel or if they would have carried this story over into one of the other spin-offs. Like, I could see them doing something like, so Kira went off to go do whatever with this syndicate. Like in the Boba Fett movie, they pop back up.
Yeah.
And Boba Fett gets involved with them. And then in the Obi-Wan movie, Darth Maul faces off against Obi-Wan once again.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how Darth Maul is alive, and don't tell me to watch some stupid cartoon, because I don't care.
Yeah, I could easily see that happening. And I don't see any reason why they wouldn't do that.
Right now, Disney's going to be like, okay, we're going to hold back on this. They're going to finish episode 9, and then see where people go from there. But they have a bunch of TV shows they're going to make on the Disney streaming channel.
Oh, yeah.
There's that, I guess.
I think Boba Fett is their most lucrative unknown piece right now. Because I've never read the books, but I feel like he has the most things you could do with him, and he's also like such a badass.
Boba Fett is a stupid character.
He is, but he just looks so cool.
That's it. Like people like bust their nut over Boba Fett. He's so great. I'm like, no, he isn't. He looks cool, and that's about it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
But he died like a chump in Return of the Jedi.
Kind of like you fell in there.
Yeah.
Yes, I 100% agree with you, but I can't help myself. I want to see it.
No, they should do it. They should have a Boba Fett versus Darth Maul movie, and then you'll have the two most coolest looking characters, but most worthless characters in Star Wars face off against one another.
Yeah.
Because Darth Maul looks cool, but like Boba Fett, there's nothing to his character.
Yeah.
But I digress.
I would watch that one in theaters.
Fett v Maul.
Yeah.
Dawn of Star Wars. I don't know.
Dude, fucking Anakin Skywalker looks so stupid.
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah. I mean, not to be a hater, but I'm kind of glad that he's not in movies anymore.
I kind of wish he came back in the sequel trilogy somehow, just as like a ghost, like a Force ghost. Just because. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he needs some money. I'm sure he does.
And I'm sure like the 3 prequel fans that are out there will like be happy about that.
I was listening to a Les podcast on the left about a serial killer current day, and the thing is that he's just like the biggest douchebag, and because he goes to like all these cosplays, but he dresses up as like characters from the original Star Wars. And he like thought like Anakin Skywalker was like so cool, and he's awful. So, what did you think about Kira?
Better than I was expecting. I mean, she serves her purpose and she's fine. I'm not the biggest Emilia Clarke fan. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but the little I've seen, she seems fine in that. But everything else I've seen her in, she's absolutely awful.
Yeah.
But this, I thought she was okay. I thought she did fine. This was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, she has a very nice smile, and she is a very iconic, but I didn't see... I thought her role was a bit stupid. Like, she did what she could with it, but, it was a little bit predictable, as to, her...
yeah, totally. Totally.
Her turning her back on Han, but it's like... And I just didn't care, because we know that Han isn't going to, be dwelling over her, years down the road. He's going to forget about her and, move on to bigger and better things.
Which, again, this is why I think they originally wanted to do a sequel to this, because when she goes away, he's like, huh. I mean, the whole movie, he's like all about, I gotta get back with her, I gotta get back with her, I gotta get back with her. And I just don't see that going away in an instant like that. Like, he doesn't even dwell on it. So I'm thinking they were still going to play into that, and she might have turned out to be a bad guy ultimately. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, when I was watching this with the Kiwi, we thought that she was going to be toast by the end of this movie, and she wasn't.
Yeah, because it opens up a good, doorway into a sequel.
Yes.
You can't introduce somebody and then, like, kill him off unless you're doing Rogue One, and then it's like, let's kill off everybody.
Is that what happened in Rogue One? I completely forgot about what happens in that movie. I just remember total fan service.
Yeah. All right. So what else do we got going on with this?
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a entertaining enough movie where it was a fun little side adventure in the Star Wars universe. And again, it's my favorite of the new Disney Star Wars.
I mean, really? Like, compared to, Kylo Ren and Rey?
Well, yeah, like, The Force Awakens was fine, but, it was just a copy and paste of the original A New Hope, the original Star Wars, which that was intending on doing.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi I thought was alright. It was a little messy. It was kind of like all over the place with storylines. Too overstuffed and way too long for its own good. Rogue One, I've been over that already.
Yeah.
But so like I gotta say, in terms of funness and maybe originality, I don't know. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind rewatching this down the line.
I think I would rather watch. I'm sorry. What were the last two Star Wars? It was.
See, you can't remember what they are because they're so bad. No, just kidding. The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens.
Yeah, I would rather watch those two any day of the week than this one. But I really like Kylo Ren and Rey and the fighter pilot.
Oh, Finn.
No, the other.
Oh, Poe.
Yeah, Poe. Yeah, and I like Finn. Yeah, I mean, I like 4 of the main characters in that one.
No, I think Finn's my favorite character of the new Star Wars movies because he's a total coward.
Yeah. But I want to hope that there's something destined for him.
Oh yeah, well, he's a coward that ultimately always does the right thing, but he's still a coward. Like, he saves the day in the first movie, and at the very beginning of the second one, he's like running away to save his ass.
Yeah. All right. So you think that based on what you've read, that there will be no sequel to this?
Very, very unlikely.
Okay. Would you like to see a sequel?
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind. We can meet Jabba in the next one and learn how he loses gets the bounty on his head.
That would be good. Job. I would like to see that. Job in a different form.
Well, we've already seen him in the prequel movies, and he's still his big fat self. So.
Oh, was he? I don't recall.
He was in the Phantom Menace during the pod race scene that went on for like 30 minutes. He was like the one who was like, "Time to begin the pod race."
I remember sometimes while I'm working out in hotels, like, for some reason that will be on the originals or the Phantom Menace and those, and I just can't help but watch. They're just thoroughly entertaining, but they're like Saturday morning entertaining. Just like
it's not good, but you can't look away.
Right, and then like Natalie Portman comes in, and you're like, "What are you doing in here?" And then Jar Jar, you just can't break away from. So, all right, have we exhausted this all new Culture Cast style?
I think so. Yeah, I think that the final verdict was, I thought the movie was great, and you were wrong.
I wouldn't say I was wrong. I would say that this was slightly below Rogue One. It was a good movie. It's just it kind of dropped the ball for having a Star Wars nostalgia to it, but better than the Jar Jar Binks movies. I would like to see a sequel to this. It's better than most bullshit that you see today, and because it's still in the Star Wars universe, we still got to see these guys, and it like before this, I could care less about Han Solo and Lando, but this one, kind of made me like, okay, I do kind of like them a little bit more. I would like to see a little bit more of them.
Let me ask you this: who's more annoying, Jar Jar Binks or LL, whatever the robot was in this movie?
Well, the Lando's robot, I just couldn't get past. I was like, he had sex with that robot.
I couldn't tell if the robot was like trying to make fun of social justice warriors or trying to be sincere about it. I really could not tell because it was so it was so over the top. You'd be like, this is what people make fun of social justice warriors for. Is that really what they were going for, or did they just like misfire completely with the character?
Yeah.
Free robots, free.
Yeah. So that's my my final thoughts.
Okay. Well, I got really nothing else to say. So I guess let's wrap this bad boy up.
I'm the Gorehound.
And I'm Nick.
And we are the All New Culture Cast. Catch you next week.
Thanks for listening. Keep cutting me off. I cut you! You've been listening to the All New Culture Cast, where every episode is all new. Check out new episodes and our back catalog at allnewculturecast.libsyn.com. We could also be found on iTunes. The All New Culture Cast, a saltwater production, copyright 2019. Thanks for listening.
Uche, hold up. You're kind of becoming robotic.
How am I sounding now?
Oh, now you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, continue your thought.
That might be my actual voice. I don't know.